What's up, guys? It's Eric from Rare Candy, and welcome back to another channel update. And today, it's actually some pretty big news. I don't think we've had an announcement this big in quite some time. So one thing you guys may have noticed not too long ago, Marcus from the channel did depart. I don't know if you guys saw that update, but I mentioned there, we're still friends and stuff, but Marcus, he's just not playing the game that much right now, so it felt like a decent time to step away from the channel a little bit. But, one thing I've kind of always known from the start is I really didn't want Rare Candy to be a channel that was about one singular person. I didn't want this channel to be all about me. I like the idea of having other people in the mix, and that's kind of what the channel was started on. Me and Marcus both started this channel, and so it's something I really didn't want to lose sight of. So after Marcus left, I kind of was trying to think about what I wanted for this channel, and I still wanted other people to be involved, and that kind of led me to where we're at now. And I reached out to a couple of my buddies here that are from the MetaPodCast. I have Zander, Bennett joining me, and Kenneth, Ecker over there. They'll be doing some talking of their own shortly too. But yeah, I reached out to them, and I wanted to see if there's any sort of potential for collaboration between what they were doing and what I was doing. I know they were kind of in the process of kind of finding what they wanted to do as like a brand or whatever, kind of around the same time where I was trying to reach out to people and see if there was any potential for collaboration. And that's kind of what's brought us here, and I'll just kind of announce it, get it out the way. I've got both these guys. They're actually going to be part of Rare Candy going forward as content creators here on the channel. They'll be on social media, all that type of stuff, and really excited about it. Like I said, I'm happy to be kind of the face of Rare Candy this whole time, but I didn't want it to be just about me. I like having the input and the ideas of other people. So I've kind of been rambling for a minute now, so I'm going to actually pass it over to Zander real quick. He can introduce himself and kind of give his whole perspective on this whole thing.
Well, my name's Zander Bennett. I've been playing since Boundaries Cross came out, and I guess just a little background on the MetaPodcast. It kind of just started as me making a group chat of all of my friends that I talk about decks with, just because I got tired of sending it to 4 different people all at once and then getting a bunch of different commentary back and telling each other, hey, this is what this person thought about that, what do you think? So the group chat just came into existence, and then we all decided, what if we just made a podcast for it? So, Kenneth, I literally talk to probably every day, every other day about.
Yeah, we talk every day.
Not as much recently. I've been busy, but we do talk all the time about stuff. And so Eric came up to us with an opportunity just to help with his channel, and because we were kind of rebranding at the same time he was, it just seemed like a great way to come to a new audience and do something that we wanted to do more, which was move towards YouTube. We just think YouTube's a really great platform that we didn't expose great enough, that Eric does a great job doing well on. So we are glad to take part in this merger.
Yeah, I guess, Kenneth, do you want to give your whole perspective on this thing too, or maybe introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, well, let's see. I've been playing the game since 2011. I believe Noble Victories was the newest set at the time.
Good time. Good time.
Yeah, oh yeah, great format. But yeah, I've kind of always been a fan of, creating content. I've written articles for like 6 prizes. I was the head news writer of Poke Beach for a while. So when Zander approached me with creating MetaPodcast, I was, of course, on board. Him and I, we got to live stream the Fort Wayne regionals this year. That was a pretty exciting experience. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've just always been a fan of creating content, and with joining Rare Candy, I'm excited for the opportunities to come.
Yeah, and one thing I want to talk about too is there's definitely certain aspects of Rare Candy that I think I kind of lack in as far as the type of content I've been putting out. A couple things I don't really do a great job of is streaming, not only Twitch but also major events. I've had some chances to stream some large events I've had to pass on just because it's, I want to play in them so I can get my invite, all that type of stuff. And that's actually one thing I noticed about the MetaPodcast, is that actually they did Twitch, they of course did podcasts, which I don't do. So I thought there was some natural, I think we kind of naturally complement each other in terms of the type of content that we didn't do well at. So that's actually one thing I'm really excited about, is because these guys have experience with Twitch and a lot more streaming, and I'm really excited to kind of bring that into Rare Candy in the future as well. So that was one reason I actually specifically reached out to Zander originally, was because I knew that they did all of that type of stuff, and that seemed like a nice, kind of, merger for these two different brands that we have here. So, but yeah, so I'm super pumped about it. It looks like, Zander, you're about to say something.
Yeah, I was just gonna brag on Eric. Eric's been a channel that Kenneth and I have definitely talked about content from when we're talking about like things that we want to be
all the time
as the MetaPodcast. We're like, man, I love how he did this. I loved how they did that. This was just phenomenal. All this stuff, and now we're like, we get to be a part of it. So I'm really excited. There's a bunch of cool stuff that I'm really ready to do. We've been talking about Forbidden Light for days. I'm very excited for that set. So I'm really excited for that to come online, maybe do some testing grounds. I got some locals here because we're not near Eric. I'm from Tennessee. Kenneth's from Kansas. But definitely excited to be putting out some new content. Just been thinking about stuff for that set. But also just like in general, like I enjoy working with groups of people, and Eric's a great guy. And I know that Kenneth echoes those sentiments as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and one thing I do want to say too, though, is typically how I typically work, I try to work like maybe like a week or so in advance when it comes to content. So right now, I'm currently prepping a lot of Forbidden Light content as we film this right now. So a lot of it, like for example, the set review, I had already recorded by the time that we kind of made this whole thing official. So certain things for Forbidden Light have kind of already been set in motion and won't feature these guys. But going forward, probably over the next couple weeks, you'll start to see them get more and more integrated into kind of the natural ebb and flow of things here on the channel. So just something I just want to put out there real quick too. But yeah, guys, I don't know too much else to say. That's the general gist of it. Like I said, pretty excited to work with these guys. I've known Zander for a little bit now, and recently I've kind of seen Kenneth at tournaments and stuff. Just
I believe we were table buddies in Collinsville.
Yeah, I remember you were playing Guardy, right?
Yeah.
I remember I ran into you, so it's cool that we have a chance to connect a little bit more now through this whole thing too. But yeah, guys, are there any other like kind of last words or anything else you guys want to say before we wrap up this little channel update?
I made my case, so unless Kenneth's got something, I'm good.
I mean, I'm just really excited for the opportunities to come, and I hope you all enjoy.
All right. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. I've said it a couple times at this point, so I'm just going to wrap up because I'm pretty bad at rambling and being overly verbose sometimes, so I'm just going to try to cut it off here. But yeah, guys, definitely really excited for what's ahead. But of course, as usual, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you can support this channel by becoming a patron over at patreon.com/rarecandytcg, or by picking up something from our online store at rarecandytcg.com, it would mean a lot. But with that, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you for the next one.